and we become aware of our breath. For each and every breath is sacred and holy. It is sacred and holy when you realize that you breathe the breath of Brahma. You breathe the breath of God. And as we choose now to be here fully conscious, knowing that each and every sacred in-breath and out-breath, in the remembrance of who we are and what we are connected to bring forth a great unveiling, the great movement that moves aside the blurriness, the distortions and the miscreations, to pierce through all of that and to see a light. And this light is a golden light with the center of it is white. As you would see the great sun, that in its core is the whitest white, the white that is undescribable in worldly terms. But it is a emanating source that's connected to everything, to all creation. And it's now emanating the great illumination of the golden ray. And the golden ray, as we observe it, we realize that with each and every sacred in-breath and out-breath, that we amplify and anchor it more deeply within the gravitational pull of the earth. Indeed, as a distant star that travels and looking for its new station, we call this frequency from the Azuluth worlds, the higher worlds, that comes seeking us as we seek it. And so we breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath with this energy infused and integrated and processed into an alchemy that is now being created. In this eternal now, you feel the energies beginning to rise as those of the radiant ones who have been here continue to flock around. For indeed, it is the children of earth, the children of light, for those and the generations before them and the generations to come that have always held the light, even in the darkest of times. They have held that light, became that light, and was the way shower for others in times of great upheaval and change. Being able to say, there is nothing to be fearful of. When you raise the frequency in the understanding of the truth of who and what you are, then you remember that you are eternal and you are fearless. No longer is the humanity going to be shackled by the artificial parameters, constructs of other vibrational frequencies less than the frequency of unconditional love, which heals all things, which brings wholeness to all things. And as we continue to breathe consciously each and every breath, as we feel the energy moving in through our physical, mental, and emotional bodies, it is a very specific energy, a very pinpointed energy, specific for this moment. It brings in profound healing and peace. And this is not just peace, but it is a higher peace for the very cells in our bodies, the very atomic and subatomic particles come into a resonant field that is in a higher resonance, a harmonic, a perfect gematria of the higher peace of the Azi Shalom. And so we simply allow this energy is coursing through each and every sacred heart that is here in this moment, that hear these words. For the most angelics of angelics and the highest of the high have come together. Truly, it is the opening of the inner sanctum of the body temple. The higher light of this white orb light emanating the golden rays. It is the golden rays of the Christ consciousness. It is the commitment, the promise, the Ancient of Days memory, that this would be the time to bring into the higher frequency of the Christed timeline, the divine Maitreya guideline, the timelines that so many different cultures spoke of in different terms and different ways, but it is the one thing, bringing in the divine plan. And indeed, it is the children upon the earth that hold great promise. It is the children upon the earth that hold the frequency of this magnificent shift, not only for the sacred Earth Mother that they have come to because of their unconditional love of when the great call came out. They have come in the knowing that the veil of forgetfulness would be part of the journey, but yet you have come. But indeed, we say, beloveds, there is more. And what is more is that you play such a vital role, yes, indeed, of your Earth Mother, your commitment and love to her, and her commitment and love to you, always providing you the guidance that you need. But also, it is beyond that. For indeed, you come where you govern sons and many sons. And so, as the earth moves in her ascension, moves into the great awakening, so too do her brothers and sisters, the celestial bodies that evolve and revolve around the great solar logi, Helios Vesta. Helios Vesta. And so now we are going to create, as more and more radiant ones come to join in this most momentous occasion, in the energies that are now available to us that are amplified planetarily and in the hearts of those who have gathered in this moment, to move that great Christed Maitreya vibration, the golden dome created from the highest of the Azaluth worlds that have been able to come closer in the multiverse of so many and the layers of so many, coming into a pinpoint singularity in this eternal now, in this here now moment. And indeed, beloveds, you are the way showers, the harbingers of good news. And so with each and every breath, this frequency emanating from the sphere of white that's undescribable, emanating the most brilliant of golden rays, now representing the next quantum leap into the cosmic Christ consciousness, the holy divine Maitreya, into the next level ascension opportunity for earth and for all of her children, and indeed all of her life. We say to you, beloveds, that as you continue to hold the frequency of the cosmic Christ consciousness, where many, many, many of societies, planets, civilizations, and groupings, not only planetoids, but also in ships, indeed great and grand ships of civilizations. And indeed, ships are nothing more than planetoids. Planetoids moving through space, and each having its spacesuit. And we say to the human spacesuit, for those souls who have chosen to be here to do this work, came in on the undulating waveforms of unconditional love. Your capacity, beloveds, is so grand and beyond measure. Your capacity to love, be love, and hold love. You are the great containers. You are the great containers of this love, so needed into the world you find yourselves. But indeed, what you do ripples throughout the cosmos, not only impacting your beloved Earth Mother, but indeed the entire solar system of consciousness and beyond. For there is a great awakening and a great healing that needs to take place. And as you can hold the container of this love, you heal the past, the present, and the potential future. You hold this container now from this highest sun that comes in the quantum leap of the Christ consciousness, the Christ consciousness that now brings in the higher vibration and able to heal your solar system. We gather here now, beloveds, to do just that. As the most radiant ones have come and has set forth a platform that can now be raised to higher frequency, to hold the higher vision and to receive the higher guidance that comes. And as we continue with each and every holy sacred in-breath and out-breath and bring in and anchor the emanation of the cosmic Christ consciousness closer within the gravitational pull of the sacred earth and solar system. You are indeed the containers and the anchors of this light. And so you hold this sacred space as a chalice. And with it is the manna of God, the nourishment and the food to heal and to bring balance and wholeness once again for the entire solar system in all the different levels and frequencies, touching other planetoids and indeed touching those that do live and reside in ships. This frequency moves out from the sacred planet Earth as her children hold this highest container. And we bring our attention unto the asteroid belt. For indeed, beloveds, there is a story. And we say to you that the constellations and the stars you see, the planetoids and celestial bodies, yes, but different. And it is so blending in now the Christed timelines into the cosmic Christ consciousness of the past, the present, and the future, to bring the higher alchemy of healing and balance, harmony, and the higher alignment. Now the vision of the divine plan. And doing this work with the great Hunamku, the great galactic mother, working on each sun. And so it is indeed the sun. And this sun that has that asteroid belt moving around it, that we hold this container for the past, the present, and the future, to bring in a new Eden tree, to bring in a new Genesis for the healing and the balancing of what was and now what is and what will be. And so as the divine co-creators, beloveds, we say to you, children of the earth, within the great solar logi of Helios Vesta, can hold the wound that surrounds the great logi of that asteroid belt. That is where the healing begins, holding the container of the cosmic Christ consciousness to move into those layers of the solar system to bring forth balance, equilibrium, and wholeness once again. For indeed, it holds such a strong resonant field. And you hold the container and the ability to heal on these levels as the cosmic beings that you are, as you bring back your abilities, your cosmic remembering, to heal the solar system, beloveds. To heal the many distortions and miscreations that have happened in this reality bite. And in bringing harmony and healing to this, it ripples throughout the many suns that move, evolve, and revolve around the great galactic mother. For indeed, it is the quantum leap into the divine plan of many, many, many worlds. And the children of earth, the children of light upon the earth, play a key role, for they have risen and they have remembered and have come into the frequency, dense as it is, to say, I will raise it up. And as great masses have come into the depths of density to raise up once again as the resurrection flame, as indeed the great phoenix, here your roles are that. And you have done this before. And you're remembering who you are, how to do it in the way unique to you, and coming together as the family of light in all the different realms, in all the different realities and expressions of the one true creator. So we ask you now simply to breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath, anchor in the collective Christ consciousness, move it throughout the planets and the many suns, move it throughout and interweave it into the asteroid belt. Breathe with intention and hold your positions. See the healing of the solar system of Helios Vesta. See what was, what is, and what will be. See the dismantling of miscreations and the reimagining of the Christed Maitreya timeline of unconditional love, balance, and oneness. Hold this frequency. Hold this frequency. Continue to breathe with intention, anchoring the illumined light, the flame of gold emanating from the white source, from the highest of the Azuluth worlds, the highest of the paradise worlds, the worlds of non-duality, the crystalline worlds, the Shambhala worlds, holding the frequency for the great Helios Vesta, holding the frequency of the many past planetoids, now remnants of the asteroid field, new moons and different moons, new positions and different positions, holding all possible timelines into the Christed timeline. Indeed, beloveds, taking your positions as galactic citizens, and as you heal, you bring forth your own Earth Mother to take her position once again in a grand federation in alignment with light and love, raising the frequency, bringing the singularity of unconditional love. For indeed, it is the children of light upon the earth that lead the way. And now, as you've sent this intention and hold this container of light, you can bring attention to your own Earth Mother and see her as you would wish her to be. The beauty, the love, the joy, and the happiness that she emanates to all life. See the higher vision. See all of her kingdoms balanced and healed and adjusted once again into the original Eden tree. We remember who we are. We remember the power we hold. And we use our intention and our focus and consciousness to wrap her and elevate her, to take her position as an ascended being of light. Anna. Ananam. 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 And now the thought of return comes. And as such, the frequencies begin to step down. We just take a moment to feel the frequency, remember it, hold the visual in our mind. We acknowledge all the radiant ones that worked with us for our solar system, the sacred earth, and all of her brothers and sisters, the past, the present, and future. Take a moment to feel the profound and loving energy of the higher peace that has settled deep within us. The unshakable peace. We prepare ourselves to be back awake and alert, slowly, methodically, drawing in our electromagnetic field as all those myriad of radiant ones begin to draw in theirs. We remember this embrace of love and divine communion. And we mentally prepare to be back on the count of 3, taking our time, adjusting, to be totally grounded and anchored to the earth. 1, 2, take a deep breath in, and 3. We are back, awake, alert, and we are grounded.